What mistakes do you think the current government has made, and how would you have avoided them?
I think there's been a lot of mistakes in this current government. The Liberal governments of the 80s and 90s were a particular brand of cronyism, and we haven't seen that until recently. It's the same brand of running their campaign on basically an NDP platform. A lot of these promises that people care about, people respond to, electoral reform, environmental issues. These are all NDP issues that we have ways of implementing. The Liberals run on that and don't do anything about it. And the electoral reform was a huge promise, and nothing was done. And I don't believe anything was ever intended to be done. We've seen scandal after scandal, from the Aga Khan, from the Wee scandal, the blackface scandal. They've sort of slipped through all of those without any of that sticking, and they've taken care of the big business. And the only reason that there's been support for the working class is because the NDP held a balance of power in this parliament and forced them to. And we also know that the Conservatives didn't want any of that support. None of us would have made it through this without that support that the NDP pushed for. So we have a real-life example of an NDP government, how they would function. We've seen it in action. All of those policies that everyone has been grateful for have been NDP policies that they pushed for. We've seen how we can do it. So everything that's come out of this Liberal government that's been good has been from the NDP, and everything else has been a real throwback to Liberal cronyism from the 80s and 90s, which I can't stomach. I can't stomach that kind of politics. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what I would do, but I've seen what Jagmeet will do, and I'm 100% behind that.
Sure. Yeah, that's great. What are the general social problems that you would like to see addressed?
Well, I think if we invest in affordable housing, we're going to see a shift in a lot of these social problems that we're seeing now. I think if these fundamental supports are given to our communities, then a lot of these issues we're seeing are not, they're not going to be present anymore. But obviously we need to step up and we need to get clean water to Indigenous communities immediately. Yes. I don't understand what the hold-up is. If we can get the resources, the finances to these First Nations and let them deal with their communities in the way that their community has decided, then I don't understand why we're not at that point already. And we need to push forward with the 94 recommendations and the truth and reconciliation. We're just moving way too slow through all of that. Mm-hmm. So these are the things that Jagmeet has promised and committed to, and I know there might be priorities for him